So the big picture for this lesson is about variations. There are two different types we're going to be talking about. There's a direct variation and then inverse variation. Direct variation, an example looks like this. Y equals 2 times x. Basically, it's a linear function with a y-intercept of 0. So y equals 1/3 times x, that's another example. The general formula is y equals k times x, and the k is a constant that could represent any rational number. Inverse variation looks like this. Y equals 2 divided by x. Notice that x is in the denominator, and that makes this a reciprocal function. Here's another example, y equals 1 over 3x. That's the same idea as y equals 1/3 times x, except this is the inverse variation form of that. General form, y equals k divided by x. So direct variation, as x increases, y increases. Inverse variation, as x increases, y decreases. And this is because the input variable x is in the denominator. So let's say you're going 1/2, 1/3, 1/4. The input might be increasing if you're just saying this is 1 over x, but the overall output is decreasing, as you can see, because the denominator keeps getting bigger. So that's really the main difference between direct and inverse. And you can tell the rate of change patterns, whether it's direct or inverse variation, by looking at tables of values. You can also use the general form y equals kx or y equals k divided by x to determine what the k value is if you're given coordinates. And there are videos and examples of these things in the lesson. So that's the big picture.